Hey man, what's up? I was rewatching some of my old videos and I was kind of realizing that without my audio or anybody's audio and just the audio of just the gameplay, it kind of took some of the character out of the gameplay that I want to add in from moving forward with these little gameplay videos. After the Kalin event ended, I really wanted to try out Infernities. I'm not playing the most optimal build. I should just say that at the start. Duel Links Meta has a video showing off a more competitive build, which uses the Neos engine to be more consistent on your first turn, which is, if you're trying to be the most competitive build, I would recommend that. But I think I have more fun playing just pure Infernities in a way. And the deck is pretty consistent. Consistent in the way of what I'm trying to do with it. Not really consistent in wins. But every game I at least go off consistently. With the skill Infernity Inferno that we play. Here, I'll get it up here. Can be used on your second turn only. And it lets you use the skill of the trap card Infernity Inferno of discarding up to 2 cards from your hand, then send an equal number of Infernity monsters from your deck to the graveyard. So if you go first, you have your 4 cards in your hand. Typically, you would want to set Stygian and Security. If you have a third copy, play it. I don't have one yet, but I still think I can consistently get this off. You set this. You're now down to 3 cards in your hand. Hopefully, one of them is one of these spell or trap cards, any of them in the deck. It's okay if it's just full of monsters, but let's say you set this. You're now down to 3 cards in your hand. You then pass, your opponent attacks into it, does something. Hopefully, it's just the one attack, so you can then bring out your Mirage to then go off on your next turn. If they have 2 monsters, you can use your security to summon another security, hope they blow up that one, and then go for Mirage. And even if they don't, you can still usually make some pieces off because security here is a tuner. It is now your second turn, so now you are now up to 4 cards in your hand. You can now use your Infernity Inferno skill to then discard down to 2 cards, sending 2 cards to the graveyard. The goal that I usually try to do is have Necromancer in your graveyard, and then either or Avenger and Patriarch, depending on the board state. Or even Beetle makes it so Necromancer plus Patriarch plus Beetle equals Vermilion. And Vermilion is like kind of your end piece, because you will typically at this point have 2 to 3 tuners in your graveyard easily. So you can at least start popping stuff on your opponent's board. I'm playing King's Consonance for just the kind of cheesy moments where you top deck it at a point that you shouldn't. It's a card that lets you win games that you probably don't have any right winning, because King's Consonance can easily make a Black Rose Dragon, and Black Rose can do its, board wipe effect on your opponent's turn. Yeah, I'm playing Offering to the Doomed just for the fact that you, hopefully with your board control state, with, Infernity Break and Vermilion Dragon Tech, is you're not needing the top decks. So the Offerings to the Doomed is just there as a free pop for those plays where you're just like, I just need to get one more thing off the board so I can swing in and finish. If you don't want to play this card, that's totally fine. But I like it. I was playing around with weird discard cards. What was that one card I was playing? Oh yeah, I was trying Dark World Lightning as just mainly back row removal. Just to also get cards out of your hand in case you got stuck. But then there'd be times where I'd have it in my hand and then I couldn't like I'd top deck it and then I'd be kind of screwed. So at least with Offerings to the Doomed, it's a good top deck. Your extra deck, you can kind of play what you want. You could probably cut a Stardust for Vermilion, but I've never had a game where I needed to summon a second one, so it's just in here for more of a toolbox. 100 Eyes is actually pretty good in here in a weird way. I know we don't have, some of these cool Infernity cards, but it can use its effect to steal Necromancer's ability and be able to extend your plays, or even just get out another beat stick. Like if you're just needing to get Infernity to finish in with that, over 4,000 damage, you can. And then Armades and Stardust Chargeway are just in here as just easy pieces. So this first duel I'm going to show you is an old build of Infernities that I was playing. This is the one that I was saying I was playing with the Dark World Lightning. So I think that card gets stuck in my hand at a point, but I'm going up against Triamid or whatever they're called. So I start my turn with how, like I said, you start with the setting a card. I wish was, security or whatever, but they didn't open with that, which kind of sucks. They start with the field spell, go for the hunter. And then this is the card, I believe that, yeah, it starts searching for the other ones. So we're totally fine that they're hitting stuff. As long as they don't get lethal on the first turn, this deck can usually bounce back. So here comes for the second turn. So here now we're going to 4 cards. We're going to use Infernity, Inferno to discard. Going to set the break, and then we're going to go for the Mirage play. So I sent Necromancer and Avenger to the grave, so I can now bring them back out. And then I'm going to use Necromancer to get the Patriarch to go for the level 8 play. I could have also gone for the level 9 play by sending, instead of Avenger, sending Beetle. But I thought 100 Eyes was going to be better here just for the big, more beatdown style that we're going to go for in this play if you watch. It also helps having break, set. So I'm going to use 100 Eyes to remove from play the Necromancer to then get Night out just because it's the bigger card. I knew they were going to go for the Switcher just to make their card bigger, but that's fine. Night's still bigger. And because I have break here, I know that no matter what they set here, I'm good. Because I'm going to activate at the end of their turn. Pop whatever it is. Which turned out to be Mirror Wall, so if they had activated it, I wouldn't have been able to go for lethal. Luckily, that's it. And that was the first game. Yeah, so this video was very interesting because I'm playing against not the most optimal build Red Eyes deck, but it is still Red Eyes, which is, a very consistent and strong deck. And I'm going to show that a couple misplays I do, but how I redeem it later on by just knowing how to go around what Infernities can want to do. So he's going to go for the fusion, make the Slash Dragon, and pass. So then this is where I'm at a disadvantage right now because I have to obviously go second, which this deck doesn't really like to do, but I did top deck the security, which I'm going to set. And as long as, like I said earlier, the deck doesn't go for lethal, it's okay if they start swinging in. So that's what he's going to do. He's just going to go for the Slash Dragon, pop the security. And see, this is where I misplayed. I should have just summoned out another security because my board's going to get full, and you can only use Mirage when you have at least one space open, because then you're going to stack the Mirage and you'll get 2 pieces. So I do the Infernity, discard down, so then I have a Mirage and a Patriarch in my hand. So I can discard, so I can lay down where I have no cards in my hand, but I can't use Mirage's effect because my board's full. So that was a misplay. I do have King's Consonant set, so I am okay if he just starts making a big board and just starts going face. He then makes the Archfiend, and he's going to go for the board now. He's going to pop my Mirage. I'm going to activate Avenger just as a backup, because I'm totally fine if he starts blowing up more of my stuff. I don't really care which card he hits. And I do have protection in my graveyard with the Patriarch, but I don't really care. I do get the Offerings of the Doom top deck, because I'm going to bait the Slash Dragon Negate, because I know I'm about to go for the Vermilion play. So I'm use Mirage's effect to then get Patriarch and Avenger back. I then go for the Vermilion Dragon. Because he's used all of his equips, I can then pop it and then run into his Archfiend. And basically for the rest of this game, I'm just controlling the board and threatening him with my big attack points. He does get the Return of the Red Eyes, so I'm going to go into the Archfiend just to protect, and then I'm going to use my Treacherous just to control the board more. And that's all the rest of this game is. Just making it so he can't catch up, because I do have a limited amount of tuners in my graveyard to use the Vermilion's effect. But I know at this point he's just top decking, and I'm not worried at all about what he gets. I even have an Econ set just to control the board more. And if he does get past my Vermilion, like I said, I still have the King's Consonants. And now with the Cosmic Cyclone set, if he does start getting out of Red Eyes, I can just get rid of that return. So I'm not worried at all anymore. So I see he gets the egg. I know he's going to go for the summon, so I just pop the return. He summons the Red Eyes out. He plays them. See, this is what I mean. It's not the most optimal Red Eyes, and I just feel kind of bad at this point, because I know Red Eyes is a way stronger deck than this, and I wish I could have shown you a better footage of it, but this is all I've got. So I get the monster to be able to go lethal, and yep, that's the game. I do have one more video to show you of me playing against a scrap deck and me being a little cocky and thinking I'm going to just easily win. Doesn't go my way. So I hope you enjoy that little recap. That's all I got for this video. Thanks, friend, for watching. And I hope I've got the cooler shit to show you. Bye.
You'll plummet into the shadowy depths of the netherworld! At the hands of my earthbound immortal!
Since I control fate, you can't win. Destruction is at hand.
Duel! My turn!